Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm going to goldfish my Mutant Menace deck. That's the one here on the left. It will be played by Lefty, and on the right is once again my Eldrazi Unbound deck, which will be played by Righty. So we will start with Lefty here. So start by playing a land, Nesting Grounds, and pass a turn. So Righty's going to draw and play a Reliquary Tower. Lefty is going to draw for turn and play a Path of Ancestry, which comes in tapped, and pass a turn. All right, Righty is going to untap, upkeep, draw, and play a waste. All right, so tap 2 and play a Mind Stone, which is a mana rock, and now pass turn. All right, so untap, upkeep, draw. Lefty is going to tap 2 and play Talisman of Curiosity. So far just ramp and mostly colorless ramp. All right, pass the turn. All right, untap, upkeep, draw. Righty will play another land, Tomb of the Spirit Dragon, and we will go ahead and tap 3 to play Palladium Mirror. So this is a mana dork that taps for 2, but because it is still a creature, we're going to have Summoning Sickness, and I will leave it at that. All right, Lefty's going to untap, upkeep, draw. Ooh, finally, a colored land. So we'll play that, Forest, and we'll tap 2 to play the Talisman of Resilience. So that will give us all 3 colors that we need for our commander. And we'll have to take some damage. But the thing is, we don't have enough mana at this point. What do we have mana for? I mean, we can tap 2 and play Canker Bloom. So this is a Phyrexian fungus creature that allows us to tap for 1, and we can destroy an artifact or enchantment. But the reason why I put it in this deck is for Proliferate. All right, Righty's going to untap, upkeep, draw. Let's keep things simple. Let's play another basic wastes. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We actually have enough for our commander. So why don't we go ahead and do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We'll play Dog Void Gorger. So this is a 7/4. That allows us to cascade if we cast a colorless spell from our hand. We will pass a turn. All right, Lefty is going to untap, upkeep, draw. Man, Exotic Orchard is kind of terrible against the colorless deck. But oh well, we will play that land. Guess we have no choice. What can we do? Well, I think we'll tap 1, 2, 3, and 4 to cast the Wise Mothman. Now we will take 2 damage from the talismans. So when the Wise Mothman comes into the battlefield, each player is going to get a rad counter. I'm going to have a radiation token there. Okay, so I guess we have to use this as a radiation token here. So with that, we've got 2 more mana, but they're both colorless, so I'm not going to do anything. So we'll pass turn to Righty. So Righty's going to untap, upkeep, and draw. After the draw step, though, we are going to have to mill 1. So let's see what we mill. Boom. All right, so that's a non-land card. So our rad counter is going to go away. And we're going to lose a life. And the Wise Mothman is going to be able to add a +1/+1 counter. All right, so what are we going to do now? We'll play our land for turn. Question is just what should we do? Well, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's cast Endless 1, which is going to come in with 8 +1/+1 counters. There you go. And because it is an 8 mana spell, I'll get to Cascade. So let's go ahead and see what we get. That's a land. Another land, another land. Oh, there we go. We can cast this one. So this is on the stack. And then we're going to Cascade again. Cascade. 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 Oh, there we go. This is an 8. So we can actually cast this. Darksteel Moth is pretty good. Oh no, it has to be a non-land card that costs less. Oh no, so we won't be able to play that. So we will continue to cascade. Okay, well we got Titan's Presence, but it is an instant. Has an additional cost to cast it. We have to reveal a colorless creature card from our hand. Exile target creature if its power is less than or equal to the real card's power. Cool. All right. Well, I've got Geo Golem that I can reveal. That's 5. Well, the Wise Mothman sure seems like a good target, so we'll go ahead and put that back in the command zone. So then this goes to the graveyard, and then all of these go to the bottom of the library. All right, so then this resolves. So Soul of New Phyrexia is a trample 6/6 that we can use to also make our creatures indestructible, or permanents, I guess, all permanents. Which will be good because he does have a Canker Bloom on the outside. So, all right, so these two are here, and they both have Summoning Sickness. And I have this Zul'Lok Void Gorger I'm going to go ahead and attack with. Well, how about we block with the Canker Bloom, okay? But before damage is dealt, we can tap it, and we will sacrifice it and use it to destroy target artifact. And guess what? Soul of New Phyrexia is an artifact. So we'll go ahead and bin this guy, and Soul of New Phyrexia is going to go to the bin too. And Zul'Lok is blocked. Alright, then that is it for the turn. So we're going to move to Lefty's turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. And we are going to now mill. But we will mill a land card, so we will not take damage and will not lose our rad token. Okay, but we do have a land to play, so we'll play our swamp. 4, 5, 6. We'll play our commander, but we will take 1 damage from the talisman. And everybody's gonna get another rad counter. I will tap Talisman of Resilience, so we'll take 1 damage for the black. We'll play Blood Chief's Ascension. Now what that'll do is at each end step, if an opponent lost 2 or more life, I can play the quest counter. And then thereafter, milling is going to deal them 2 damage, and I'm going to gain 2 life. So we'll play that. Fortunately, righty only has 1 rad counter, so that's unlikely going to happen. So okay, we'll untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, we will mill our library. That is a non-land card. Stonecoil Serpent. So we will lose our rad counter, and we will also lose a life. But we do have a waste to play. Here, I thought we'll just tap Palladium here. We're going to play Maze Mind Tome. This allows us to scry. But I want to play Dreamstone Hedron as well. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll play Dreamstone Hedron. So that's a mana off for 3. And well, we go ahead and tap that. We'll put a page counter on it. And let's scry. What is this? Mirror Pool. Let's put that at the bottom. And so now we go to combat. We have 1, 2, I mean 4 mana, but nothing to cast. So we will go ahead and swing Zul'Lok and the Endless One for 7 and 8 damage. Whew, that's a lot. 15 damage coming. I don't think I want to block on the lefty is not going to block, so lefty is going to take 15 damage, right? So you're down to 22. So we come back to lefty's turn. We're gonna untap, upkeep, draw. Righty did mill a stone coil serpent, and so Mothman should actually have a counter. So it is a flying 4/4. So we did untap, upkeep, draw, and we do have to mill 2. So 1, that's a land card, and 2, that's not a non-land card. So we're going to lose 1 token, 1 rad counter, and we're going to lose 1 life. But we will get to place another counter on the Wise Mothman. So he's now a flying 5/5. So maybe we'll do that. We'll tap this. Oh man, I'm going to take damage again because I don't have any blue. Alright, tap that. I'm going to take 1. And then I'm going to tap... Alright, we're going to play Nightkin Ambusher. So what this does is when it comes onto the battlefield, target player gets 4 rad counters. I'm going to target, obviously, righty. And then this is unblockable as long as defending player has a rad counter. Cool. All right. And actually the Wise Mothman is flying, so it can actually attack with abandon because righty has no flyers. So we're going to tap with this. So it's going to hit for 5 and it's going to give rad counters again. So we're going to get rad counter here on the left, and on the right we're going to get a rad counter. There we go. And righty's going to take 5 damage. Going down to 33. Alright, untap, upkeep, draw. Righty draws a Fire Shrieker. Oh, that is going to hurt. But first we got to mill 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3 non-lands. So you are going to remove 3 counters. You're going to lose 3 life, 1, 2, 3, which means that Blood Chief Ascension gets a quest counter. We get to put +1/+1 counters onto our creatures here. So we'll add a counter onto the Nightkin, and we will add a counter onto the Wise Mothman. So now it is a flying 6/6. Good. Alright, so now these are going to go into the graveyard. There we go. Alright, so with that, what should we do? Let's first tap that and add another page counter to Scry. Burnished Heart. Do we want a Burnished Heart? No, we'll just go ahead and put that on the bottom. Instead, I like the idea of tapping 1, 2, 5 to cast Fire Shrieker. And let's attach Fire Shrieker to Zuladoc. So Zuladoc is now a double striker. Whew, jeez. Actually, so now Zuladoc has to be blocked because Lefty's already taken 7 commander damage. So we're going to tap 3 and tap that to draw a card. Activate only if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, which I do. So I'm going to draw a card. Everflowing Chalice, great, more ramp. Mind Stone is another way to ramp. So we can to draw cards. We're going to tap 1, and we're going to tap this and sacrifice it to draw a card. Ooh, Emrakul is good. Hand of Emrakul, anyway. Okay, so now we're going to move to combat. We're going to attack with Zuladoc and the Endless One. So we will use Nightkin Ambusher to block. So that's going to unfortunately die. But we will take the 8 from the Endless One. Whew. So we're going to go down to 13. Lefty will untap, upkeep, and draw. And will mill 2. So 1, 2. Oh, Infesting Radroach. Anyway, okay, so we will mill a non-land. So we'll lose a rad token and take 1 damage. Let's move a counter. And I get to put another counter on the Wise Mothman. So now it's a flying 7/7. Whew. Okay, I'm going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 and cast Bloated Bloatfly Swarm. Now, when it enters the battlefield with 5+1/+1 counters on it, if damage would be dealt to a Bloatfly Swarm, you get to prevent that damage and that many +1/+1 counters and give each player a rad counter. Oh, goodness. Yikes. That's going to hurt. We'll see what happens. We'll attack with the Wise Mothman, which is going to give everybody another rad counter. Okay. It is a flying 7/7. Righty has no flying blocker, so we'll take 7. And so that's 12 commander damage on this side. On this side, lefty has only taken 7 commander damage. All right, we'll leave 3 mana open, and we'll pass the turn to righty. Righty's going to untap, upkeep, draw, and we'll mill 3 cards. So 1, 2. Oh, that is 2 non-land cards. 2 non-land cards. That is significant. So, whoopsies. We're going to go down to 1 rad counter. We're going to take 2 damage. Okay, which means that Bloodchief Ascension gets another quest counter. And then, so lefty is going to be able to put +1/+1 counters on 2 creatures. So put that one and then that one. Okay, and then these are going to go in the graveyard. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to cast Hand of Emrakul. Now, unfortunately, it does have summoning sickness, so it's not going to be able to attack this turn, but it does have that Annihilator 1 trigger, which is nice. We'll go ahead and tap this and put another page counter on it, and we have 1 more activation of that afterwards, so we'll scry. Oh, Forsaken Monument. We'll leave that on top. Alright, so now we move on to combat. We'll go ahead and tap Zul'Adok Void Gorger and the Endless One. Okay, and so, oh shoot, I still don't have one creature. Jeez. Alright, we will block with Bloatfly Swarm. But we will tap 1, 2, 3 and cast Mutational Advantage. Which is an instant. The permanents you control with counters gain hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to those permanents this turn. And so Bloatfly Swarm is not going to be able to give rad counters because no damage was dealt to it, but we will have a successful block of Emrakul. Of Zul'Adok. Now this is permanent, so lefty is still going to take the 8 damage from the Endless One. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there you go. So Mutational Advantage resolves. So Mutational Advantage does have Proliferate. And so we'll go ahead and proliferate the rad counter there. And we will go and proliferate the +1/+1 counters on that and Bloodchief Ascension and Bloatfly Swarm. We will not proliferate the radiation counter. So we have 3 or more quest counters on it. That's cool. So now whenever we mill our opponents, that's going to do a thing. Did I play a land for turn? I don't think I played a land for turn. We will go ahead and play the land for turn. So with the combat phase out of the way, we will pass turn back to lefty. Untap, upkeep, draw. We will mill how much? Mill nothing. Oh no, mill 2, sorry. So we'll mill 2. 1, 2. 2 land cards. So nothing happens. We will play Darkwater Catacombs. Okay, well, finally we have access to blue. We'll play Marcus Mutant Mayor. So it's a Vigilance Trample creature. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, if it has a +1/+1 counter on it, you get to draw a card. If it doesn't, we'll get to put a +1/+1 counter on it. Alright, we'll attack with Wise Mothman. It's a flying 9/9. Everybody gets a rad counter from that. So so this can't be blocked. So you're gonna take 9 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so that's 9 commander damage. And previously, you were dealt 5 in 7. 12 plus 9. Oh, that's 21 commander damage. So actually, the Mothman wins. Yeah, unfortunately, for righty, they don't get to untap and use Hand of Emrakul. So there you go. As unlikely as that may have seemed, with if you look at the life totals here, it looked like the Eldrazi were gonna win, but that Mothman got real big real quick and ended it with commander damage. So, and that's it.